Okay, we're at Site 6, and it's a very spacious campsite. And this is where I had a personal experience with my buddy. We had this, we were camping here I think it was about 4 years ago, last time we camped here. And it was late September, almost October. We were having kind of an Indian summer, so we decided to come out for a couple days and do some camping. And this is where we were set up when the action started happening. So let me get down to the table there and I'll tell you all about it.
You start.
So like I said, we were here late September, early October, camping about 4 years ago at this exact location when we heard a lot of vocalizations, wood knocks. Brought my buddy here along with me. He was camping with me here. And we're going to tell you our story of what happened here at this spot in Site 6. So, all right.
All right, go ahead.
So, in the beginning of the night, our first night here, we were cutting firewood. I was cutting firewood, and the sounds of the firewood, chopping the firewood, kind of echoed across the lake, which ended up getting us a wood knock from the other side of the lake. The wood knocks continued for a couple hours, and then kind of went quiet after that. And then around 10 o'clock, we started hearing some vocalizations, which we thought were coyotes, but everything started getting a little closer to us, a little closer. The wood knocks, and then the vocalizations started around, I think, 11:30 midnight, and they were intense. What you think?
Yeah, if I don't know anybody out there knows anything about a wood knock. So a wood knock is just this loud thumping wood noise, that communication between Bigfoots, right? Something like that. You smack a tree and possibly, people trying to figure this stuff out, that they're striking it and they're letting other Bigfoots know someone's in the area, or they're letting people know that you shouldn't be here.
Yeah, get the hell out.
Yeah, I don't know which one.
Which we think they wanted us out. We were the only two people camping here on this entire lake. So eventually the knocks, got closer and closer. So we decided to go for a little night hike. So we headed down to the lake, and we're on the dock. And Adrian here did a nice little high-pitched whoop sound. And immediately after he did that, we got a wood knock from right up there, right behind our camp.
Yeah. So
walking back in the dark back to our camp was a little exciting, and knowing that something is this close.
And it kind of started to pump us up. You can go somewhere, you can hear nothing. If there's something, a little piece of something, at least gives you, it's fun.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So at around 11:30 midnight is when the major vocalization happened. It was so intense and so loud. I don't even know how to really describe it. It was just really high pitched and intense.
Let me start with the fact that that night I'll admit I had a couple beers. I was, we were excitable, and I was telling the story, and I was being very vocal and loud and talking away.
We also were playing music.
Yes, the music going, the fire was crackling, so there was a lot of noise going on.
Yeah.
So most of the time in that moment, I'm going to be more full of myself, telling my story, and I'm not going to pay attention to anything. The sound that cracked out behind me was so strong that it shut my loud ass up, like instantly. And then we both stared at each other. And I think I lipped the word like fuck. You're gonna have to ad-lib that one. Bleep. And then I looked at you, and you looked at me and you said, "Did you hear that?" At that point, I jump up, turn the music off, and it was so elongated because it wasn't like where you hear like this. What was that? It was like this elongated, like it kept going, and the whole time you're like sitting there, like, am I really like? Yeah. Going.
It was echoing everywhere. It just engulfed the entire area.
It was so loud,
and it was so close to us. And after that, we ended up getting a few more lighter vocalizations around the lake area, a few more wood knocks.
Yeah.
It was so intense that night that I actually went to bed with my boots on and the shotgun right on my chest because I was convinced we weren't going to make it out alive.
No, I went to sleep. I slept like a baby.
He slept like a baby.
And I had a weapon to the side of me, but I I was excited, and anyway.
Yeah, and then later that night, we started hearing some loud thumps in the campground, which the next morning we found were large clumps of dirt with grass, as if something had just ripped it out of the ground and tossed it into the campsite.
That was a little different. I
That
can't
was
explain
different.
that one.
So it seemed like something wanted us out, but we managed to stay for the whole weekend out here, and the second night was pretty quiet. I don't think we heard too much. Maybe a couple knocks off in the distance, but nothing more than that.
Anything was so far away we could barely identify.
But I will play the audio now so you guys can hear what we heard that night.
Yeah, check it out.